Yeah, no, I can't believe it either. Pretty cool. Hey everybody, we're here. We're at the southern terminus. Beautiful day. We're all by ourselves. Rhonda's here with me. I can't ask for anything better than that. That's so cool. She drove me up here. She's gonna day hike with me for a little bit today, and then she'll head off to a VRBO we got, and she's gonna kind of slack pack me for a couple days. This is beautiful, and it's a gift. Boy, we got a beautiful day. It's a blue, sunshiny day, and it's going to be about 60 degrees as for a high, and we're here all by ourselves. How can this get any better than this right now? This is so cool.
Let me
First white blaze is right down there. You guys, this is like holy ground. I wanted to say when I got here, it's like so many things you want to say, but the people that built this trail, put it all together, connected it from Georgia to Maine. Wow, there's so much gratitude to that. I mean, can you believe how they did this? But then all the through hikers that came through here, and they touched the sign, and they touched the first white blaze. Okay, so what do we do now? We start walking home. We start walking north. That's what we do now. Georgia, you're beautiful. So Ron and I just had lunch at Stower's Creek Shelter. Really nice shelter. Met some Chelsea and CJ. They're ATC Ridge Runners. They come out and informational, leave no trace kind of stuff that they do. And they're just very nice people. Very pleasant. So happy to be here. Good morning, second day. Just leaving the Hawk Mountain Shelter. Had all these things I wanted to talk about, and something happened that I need to talk about. So bear with me. It's a little different than what I thought it would be. But 2 days ago I got my hiker tag, and I'm number 316. Didn't think much of it. 316. And then when I told my kids that I was 316, something hit me. It's a good thing. I was reminded of, in the Bible, there's a verse in John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son, that whosoever would believe in him shall never die, but have everlasting life. So I thought this trail would be physical, mental, and someday spiritual. Didn't think it hit me that early. I just came off the climb of Sassafras Mountain, dropped down the other side into Cooper Gap. Now I'm heading to Gooch Gap. Hey, I met a whole bunch of thru hikers. Some of them had trail names, so let me see if I can remember them. The one lady I met was called Time Out. She was at the Hawk Mountain shelter with us last night. So it was Time Out. I met Snow Bear. And Cutback. I met Cutback. And a bunch of us don't have trail names. So we're still figuring that part of it out. Hopefully that gets resolved sometime soon. Good morning. We are on day 3 and we're at Woody Gap. And we had heavy rains last night, so we're in the fog this morning. And it's supposed to clear up, so it's supposed to be a sunny day. We are heading northbound to Neels Gap, and it should be about 12.7 miles. I'm slack packing, just have my emergency gear with me in my pack. And Rhonda, who is way over there, is gonna walk with me for a little bit, maybe an hour. And we'll see you down the trail. See you at Neels Gap. Just wanted to say one other thing. 3 days in, I have an older brother, and we used to do a lot of duck hunting, still do a lot of deer hunting. And when you're out there harvesting the birds or the deer, whatever you're doing, it's important to relax. And for some reason, he's always telling me to relax. And I know it's because I get way too excited. I'm like a big black lab that just wants to run off. But I've been hearing his voice in my head these last 20 miles, and he's just saying relax. And it's so important to relax. Just cruise, baby. This is a cruise. And gear's working good. I could tell you all about the gear, and it's working good, but I'm adapting. You know, I could tell you about the gear. I could tell you about all the techniques that I'm learning and I've learned, but nobody's gonna remember that. I think the best thing with regards to the trail, working the trail, physical gear, all that stuff, is something I saw in a YouTube video from Early Riser 71, and he kept using the word adapt. Yeah, gratitude for you, Early Riser. Adapt. Find what works, stick to it, adjust, adapt, get rid of stuff that's not working. Man, that's a lot like life, isn't it? You got to try things, figure out what's working, and keep walking down the trail. Guys, I'm on top of Blood Mountain. The sun's warm. I'm gonna find a place out of the wind, have a snack. So this is an iconic place on the trail. Blood Mountain Shelter. Wish I could live here. This is so cool. Yeah, it's made of rocks and it's cold. I don't know that too many people camp here in the shelter. But you know, maybe in the summertime it'd be pretty cool. Coming into Neels Gap, down off Blood Mountain on the north side. Pretty rocky, pretty steep in sections. Not too bad. 12-mile day. Coming into mountain crossings. This is classic. I can't believe I'm here. I get to see the shoes in the trees. Yeah, if you guys don't know, mountain crossings is right on the trail. You actually go through a breezeway, and it's the only structure they say that you go through on the trail. David, you can fact check me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. David's my son and my editor. He's putting all this stuff together for y'all. So, getting picked up here tonight by my wife, Rhonda, and slack packed today, and for the next couple of days, I'll be slack packing. Can you believe this? Can you believe we're here?
It's hard to believe.
Check this out. Anybody need a pair of shoes? Hey everybody, I'm back at Neels Gap. Mountain crossings. And it's day 4. And I'm going through the arch. Taking you along with me. Sign the register. So I did want to make a comment on all the shoes in the tree. Guess what I've been told is that all of those shoes are for through hikers that had enough coming down off Blood Mountain and quit. It's about 31.3 miles in, and they say that those are the ones that were done and they just got rid of their shoes, threw them in the tree.
Yeah, my kids are like, Dad, you gotta do it. You can see it. And I'm like, I don't want to have to. So I just filmed
This is Mark's first trail magic.
I'm walking in a snow squall with the sun shining on me. How much better can it be than that? Wow, this is so cool. Hey everyone, today's day 5, late morning, got about 5 miles in already. I am slack packing from Hog Pen Gap north to Unicoi. Should be about a 14-mile day. Met a 2019 Thru-Hiker back about a mile. He's doing a southbound section of Georgia. He was sitting on a nice rock, nice overlook, and I loved what he said. He said, hey you guys, just get through Georgia. If you can get through Georgia, you can do it. And that was really encouraging because I am having a blast out here. Next 5 days, 6-7 days going into Franklin, I'm doing less miles, carrying heavy load and doing less miles. So it's gonna slow down, and chilly cold mornings. I think it was in the low 20s this morning when I started. Hey, looking south, I just looked back and right here on the screen is Blood Mountain. Went over that yesterday. It's going up the south side of it, and a Baptist minister and a deacon were coming down off the summit. I told them I was in a quandary about my trail name, and I said my ATC tag number is 316. I was thinking about taking 316, and he said that sounds good. He said I should do that. Found out later he was a Baptist minister, and the guy he was with was a deacon and a Vietnam vet. Pretty cool. And their trail names are Atlas and LBJ. The trail also then wraps around here to the right and comes in like a horseshoe shape. Yeah, pretty cool. Yep, we're at Neels Gap. Day 5 is complete. Rhonda's down here with the car. We're gonna go get something good to eat. It's the beginning of day 6. Looking back on Neels Gap. Came down that mountain the other day. Yesterday came down that mountain. Rhonda picked me up, and she dropped me off about 45 minutes ago, and it's heading back to the Atlanta airport. But yeah, this is where I'm at right now. So I'm not going to see her for another 3 weeks. The plan is get out of the Smokies, get north of the Smokies, and then we'll rendezvous again. For now, I'm getting to the top of Rocky Mountain. Then I go down, and then a big climb up Trey Mountain. Staying at Deep Gap Shelter tonight. Really gorgeous place. Nice shelter, nice areas. It's out on this knob. Plenty of nice tent sites. It actually has a front deck to sit in. And check this out inside. It has an upper deck. And I think this is what we're going to call home tonight, right up here. So that's where I'm sleeping. This morning, Rhonda headed back to the airport. She's headed back to Pennsylvania, and I'm walking home. So, you know, it's had to say goodbye this morning, and it went pretty well. Actually, we had a plan, and we followed the plan. Did pretty well. The only thing was we kind of looked at each other at the very end, and it was like, yeah, we're not going to see each other for 3 weeks. So as I was walking today, it kind of reminded me of 37 years ago when I got married. So any of you young guys out there that are engaged to be married this spring, here's some advice for you. My advice for you is don't look her in the eye when she comes down the aisle, because it's really risky. What happened to me was she started walking down the aisle, everything else disappeared. I didn't see her dad, I didn't see all the people in the congregation, didn't see anything but her. And if you have a lot of courage, go ahead and look her in the eye, but you'll come unglued basically, and you'll mess up all your lines and screw the whole thing up. But nobody will remember it anyway. But if you do look her in the eye, what you see is pure love. It's so cool. It is so cool. It was just her, and it was just me. And I just remember that short walk down a short aisle. And just felt like today I had to say that, because when I said goodbye, that's what I saw. Well, it's raining, and I am so glad I pushed the extra 2 miles and got to the Deep Gap Shelter last night. I'm here all by myself, which that wasn't the plan. I thought I'd see some other people, but I had the shelter all to myself, and this is so much nicer than packing everything up a tent in the rain. I'm gonna fix my hair here. But the plan for the day is also so sweet because I am going to Dix Creek Gap and staying at Around the Bend Hostel. This is why they call it the Green Tunnel. Every once in a while, come off around these dense rhododendron forests, and I found them to be on top of the mountains more, or ridges. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just a coincidence. But it's pretty cool walking through these. They get real dense and you're walking through a tunnel. Rhonda got back home yesterday evening real well. All of her flights went well. Couldn't talk to her last night. She I didn't have service, but I did, before I dropped into Deep Gap, was able to text her and found that she got home fine. So glad for that. She's home with the kids. Well, my kids and grandkids. I have a son who's married, and they have a, I don't know, it's about 4 months maybe now, old son. So I have a grandson with them, and then my daughter, she's married and got two grandsons on that side too. So I have 3 grandsons. So I can't wait for them to see this. Pawpaw's going up a mountain right now, and just enjoying the fog. It's actually kind of looking. I am having a blast. This is so cool. I'm talking too long. One more thing. 2 more days, not tomorrow, but the next day, I go into North Carolina, and Georgia's behind me. Georgia, you're beautiful. See you later.